Did someone say Weeaboots? Because I think I just heard someone say Weeaboots. Hello and welcome to another episode of Weeaboots, episode 20. Good job, everyone. We made it. Woo! Woo! Bob, roll him out of the room before he stinks up the joint. With us today is the usual crew. Hey, I'm Dan Video Games from Gigaboots. We also got Jay
from
Zeon, and Bob.
Hey, I'm here too.
Where are you?
And also from Gigaboots.
Oh, I thought we were just recording this in your house. I thought that's how we knew each other.
That's true as well.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Gigaboots isn't like a physical location, so it can't actually, unless Bob lives on the internet.
He could.
Bob, are you a reboot?
Are you a reboot? You are fired. In any case, this episode's gonna be on Watamote. No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. Isn't it your guys' fault?
No, you guys.
Really?
That's how they translate it.
Yous guys.
Yeah, you guys.
No matter how I look at it, it's yous guys' fault I'm not popular.
Like,
guys' faults.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Like, I double checked before writing it. Like, that's how they had it on Crunchyroll, I think.
Okay, that's good. We did this anime because we were really tired of reviewing absolutely terrible garbage.
And this season was just as that out. Something fierce.
Every time we try to, oh man, we didn't decide on next week's anime. Oh well, we'll take a break at the end to
figure that out.
We'll edit it out like usual. In any case, hey, Bob.
So
who made this?
The director for the anime is Shin Onuma. Mm-hmm. And he's done Baka and Test, Dusk Maiden of Amnesia, and EF, A Tale of Memories.
Now Jay.
I think that's pronounced F, A Tale of Memories.
Oh, yeah?
Really? That's whatever.
Yeah.
Jay, you have experience with Dusk Maiden, I hear?
Yes.
I've actually seen that one too.
Yeah, it was super good. Like, it starts off like, oh, it's one of like these kind of fan servicey kind of generic, and then it just completely derails at the midpoint and becomes something way fucking better, and actually contextualizes its fan service, making it a plot point.
Cool.
Yeah.
I always like that sort of thing. Bob, we watched Baka and Test, right?
You watched more than I did.
Okay, yeah, I watched the whole thing to a certain point and shit the bed, but I would say overall the first 4 episodes were really good.
Yeah, that's what I experienced, and I stopped before it went bad.
You're like, well, this seems, I'm full. This all-you-can-eat buffet was good for now, but if I keep pushing it, I'm going to hit their bathroom more than once.
And they frown upon that.
They frown upon that, as in literally, they frown at me. They sit behind me as I poop. They're on the toilet.
Yes, definitely.
Lurching over you. In any case, who's the original creator?
Nico Tanigawa, which is apparently a pen name for 2 different mangaka.
Cool.
They haven't really done anything else as far as I can tell.
Yeah, condemn the entire otaku culture and hide. Yeah. Do it! But animation production was done by Silverlink, who's known, surprise, for Baka and Test. Summon the Beasts? Was that really the subtitle?
That's the American subtitle.
Yep. That's pretty great. Dusk Maiden of Amnesia and Penguin Drum.
Yep.
Huh. So, okay, guys. I think I will take the turn of going first and summarizing or describing this in a short little. Our main character is a first-year high schooler, and she is a cripplingly antisocial otaku. And this is a condemnation of the entire otaku culture, I'm pretty sure. And she's clearly a narcissistic sociopath. Did I miss something?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head there.
Okay. The main character's name is Tomoko Kuroki. She's always wearing a yellow skirt thing.
Yes.
You've probably seen her. Scato.
No, school uniform, whatever.
Yeah.
Not to be mistaken for Scato.
Yeah, that's a different search on the internet, but yeah. Now, something Bob brought up in the credits for this anime is the people who make Nendroids.
Yes,
and there is a Nendroid of Kuroki.
Of course,
that's pretty good.
Are you saying that it showed up in one of the episodes?
Yeah, the Nendroid actually shows up on a webpage she's surfing. In episode 4 or 5.
So is her fucking manga.
Yeah. And Nozaki-kun.
Yes.
Clearly these people have great taste.
Yeah, by the way, I want to say, of all the anime that we have reviewed for this,
Yeah.
this is the one that actually broke my suspension of disbelief.
Yeah?
Because this girl apparently reads, she reads Nozaki-kun.
Uh-huh.
She reads.
And why wouldn't she?
Borakamon.
Uh-huh.
And then also in the room is a Kame ga Kill, and I just can't believe someone who reads those two manga is also going to read a Kame ga Kill.
She coincidentally read those two for what you saw. Chances are she reads everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are just part of the everything she reads.
I mean, check it out. She has dated over 800 boys in her dating sims. There's no way she has any quality concerns there.
Right?
Like she doesn't have a bar that they have to meet, clearly.
True. Though she apparently hates Moe Blob, bullshit.
Or at least is aware of it enough to say that that's what's selling.
Right.
Yeah.
She still seems to have this tone of she's watched all of it.
Yeah.
But she condemns it.
Yeah.
She's much like Weeaboots.
Can we not compare ourselves to her ever?
Oh no, we're not getting through this without. But there are few characters that matter because she distances herself from people because she can't even communicate well. She doesn't say a whole sentence to anyone in the entire series, I'm pretty sure, other than Yu-chan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, except her friend and her siblings. Or her family,
That's
rather.
true. Her family and her friend from middle school are the only people she could say a sentence to. And she speaks relatively well to them. Like, she speaks like a normal human being to them. But the moment it's outside of that bubble, she just falls apart. To the point of saying goodbye is hard.
Yeah, she is hit with crippling social anxieties. Like, okay, this is like high school like social anxiety, the anime. Like, seriously, if you've ever been like a socially awkward, like kind of nerdy person in school or currently are one, this anime might hit on like the nail on the head a little too sharply there, because it's just. Whew.
But check this out. If you hate people who are super annoying because of that problem, you might delight in this anime because terrible things happen to the main character. Like, she's so awkward, and things only get worse and worse in a lot of these episodes. In fact, not enough terrible things happened in the weather episodes, so that's my criticism of this anime.
I was noticing
more
that
terrible things should happen to her.
Yeah, even by episode 9, I was noticing that.
Yeah.
9.
But no, really, let's go into the other characters. So her name's Tomoko. Her brother is Tomoki.
Yeah.
And then she has her middle school friend who's Yu Narase.
Yeah.
Which, she was also a shut-in weeb otaku in middle school, but apparently she blossomed between middle school and high school.
She had a high school debut.
Well, the thing is,
she had a high school debut with her now pink hair and giant boobs.
Yeah, because it seems like what really happened to her was, she was just kind of starting over, and she actually did it right, because I feel like she just wasn't, even though she was an otaku weeb, whatever, she was never as socially awkward.
She's not the sociopath that Tomoko is.
Yeah, she's not as broken of a human being.
Yeah.
So, like, whenever she had to make that transition, she was like, okay, this is what's trendy. She did it right, unlike fucking Tomoko, who fucking completely fucked that up.
She wears leggings, and then when Tomoko looks at it and is a pervert, she's just like, oh yeah, these are all the rage at my school. Crazy, huh? And then Tomoko's somewhere deep in thought about her boobs or panties or God knows what, because Tomoko's questionable as a person. And the other characters aren't nearly as noteworthy. Those are the three main ones.
Yeah. They're the only
There's
ones
the mom too, but
right. She doesn't even get a name though. I mean, on Wikipedia, it's just Tomoko's mom.
Yeah, I mean, like she has. There's some other characters that show up, but I mean, they're like one episode characters.
Yeah, the person who gets the most screen time out of the other characters we've written down is Megumi Imae, which is the student council president at Tomoko's school. Mm-hmm. We'll get more into that later.
Yeah, I'll say I don't think she showed up in the episodes I saw.
No, she shows up in 10, 11, and 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, literally as soon as you stopped watching. So yeah, let's go over that.
One interesting thing before that, there are other recurring characters we don't even get names for. Like, there's the people who sit around Tomoko.
Or she might refer to them as the shitlords she has to be near.
No. The sluts.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get that right. She calls them all sluts. Why? Because they're popular
And
girls.
assholes.
In her mind, they're fucking sluts because they're popular girls. And
They
she
go
is
to
just-
karaoke because
Yeah.
they're sluts.
and they're probably all doing each other, as she puts it.
Because they're sluts.
Because she's just jealous that they're not all doing her.
Yep. So in any case, hey.
God, what a horrible character she is.
Oh,
Ugh.
delightfully terrible.
Honestly, it's hard to, like, at first in the beginning of this series, I wanted to state, like, I was just like, oh, God, it's like, because, like, certain parts of it are just
Excruciating?
so on the nose of just, like, oh, I went through that. Oh, God, yeah, that was, like, over 30 years, or 30 years.
You're 48.
Grandpa Zeon just
Grandpa
killing his
Zeon here.
tears. No,
My diaper
that was
review
over-
for the week.
Oh, damn dysentery.
This one really shit the bed. I shit the bed while wearing it.
But,
hit
that was
it
over
too
10
close.
years ago,
Yeah.
though. And it was just like, oh, man, that hit close to home. But then, like, some of these things, I'm just like, God, she's such a horrible fucking person that I stopped feeling bad for her after a while. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You're not trying. You're like, vehemently angry at people for, like, you know, wanting to, like, tear people down for just nothing. Now, one scene I could totally get behind with her is when she thinks someone stole her umbrella.
See, I was going over this with Bob. Basically, what this scene is, she walks up to where her umbrella was supposed to be and starts going crazy, thinking about, like, some shitlord at the school just stole a little girl's umbrella and is just okay with that. And now she has to walk home through the rain. That fucking shitlord, I want to kill them. I want to kill everyone who ever stole an umbrella. And then she notices her umbrella's right next to that one in a different receptacle.
It's in the other receptacle.
It's just like, oh, it's over here.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, Bob, look, there's my evidence that she's more of a sociopath than Light from Death Note. Because Bob did not get behind that statement of mine. I was like, she's fucking worse than Light. And he's like, what? No. And I'm like, no, she is. And as the series goes on, I think there's a really good case to be made for that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Light
I mean-
is like, oh man, in order to have a good world, I have to be in charge, and these people who do terrible things must be punished. She's like, I want to put to death a person who took an umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Personally,
I mean,
with probably a brick.
definitely see as far, because, like, honestly,
Also, if you pay attention to the intro lyrics and various other parts of the series,
Yeah.
she wants to murder people because she's not popular and they deserve to die.
yeah.
I love how much of a piece of shit this character is. She's the perfect, like, narcissistic sociopath that I feel like we needed an anime made about.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching someone's autobiography, honestly.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go over real quick. I own the Blu-ray of this.
You do, which is really weird to say. I borrowed an anime from Dan.
Yeah, that's something.
Like, what the
Because
hell?
you just bought, like, did you buy Excel Saga?
Yeah, I own
Okay.
Excel Saga.
Yeah, I was gonna say you bought Excel Saga instead of borrowing it from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to own Watamote.
and I don't think you borrowed Case Closed either. Have
No,
you ever
no.
borrowed?
No, I really should, because I only own the first 2 seasons.
Right.
So yeah, I probably should at some point.
Right.
Because fucking case closed and it's really good.
It's so good. When are we gonna review season 2 of Case Closed? This is when it was tape again.
Wow, Dan, this is great.
This is the best. It's better than this season of anime.
Like, honestly,
course it is.
the
You know what?
the worst murder mysteries in Case Closed will still be better than the best murder mysteries on Beautiful Bones. That's all I have to fucking say.
It's true. It is
is.
absolutely
I mean,
true.
God.
Like, honestly, I could have, like,
I don't know.
aggregate
Wait. Are we counting the seasons I own exclusively or everything to date? Because damn, the new episodes get kind of stupid.
Really?
Yeah. Have you watched the stuff they've been making available on Crunchyroll?
No,
Maybe
by the way,
don't.
It's on Netflix now too.
Season
No.
1. Season 1. It's not more than season 1 from what I've seen on Netflix.
It says season. It says it's one season is what it means by season 1.
Yeah.
And it's actually just like a chunk of the most recent episodes dropped on Netflix. I don't get it.
That's really strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell's going on with the license for those earlier episodes. Like, why Funimation doesn't just put it on there as well. I feel like Funimation is actually fucking up this whole licensing and streaming of older Case Closed by holding on to the license and not just letting it go.
I would have more of a horse in this race if I could like the anime anywhere near as much with Richard's Japanese voice and, Jerry Jewell not being there voicing Conan.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, Shinichi.
Yeah.
Or Jimmy. There we go.
Yeah, see, I don't have that problem with Lupin, because, Lupin's had so many friggin' English voice actors and Japanese ones now that I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, but Richard's interpretation in America is way better than the Japanese one.
Oh,
Japanese is just I'm literally just an asshole. He's not as funny.
Oh, yeah.
It comes off as way more sincere child abuse.
Yeah, what was it? I feel the same way about Funimation's dub of Sergeant Frog. I want more Sergeant Frog. I want more dubbed.
Funimation.
Yeah, Funimation dubbed Sergeant Frog.
Yeah.
I don't just want to see Sergeant Frog. I want to see it dubbed in English by Funimation, because that was really good and funny.
Yeah, but getting back to what's at hand.
Right.
So me and Bob watched the whole Blu-ray, which is 12 episodes. Jay, you watched up to episode 9.
Yeah.
Up to and including episode 9. Jay, overall, this series, do you like it? How was it for you watching more of that? Because I know you said, when it first came out and it was subbed, I know you said you dropped off at episode 3. Yeah.
Yeah, like James and I watched up to episode 3.
That's pretty similar to how Bob did it too. Bob read the manga to some extent. And then when watching the episodes, you dropped off at about...
Right, because it's a lot harder to get through the episodes in the manga, because you can kind of just keep reading past moments of extreme awkwardness, and it really holds on them for the anime. It's just sink it in.
Yeah.
Just soak it up.
It's great.
It's so fucking visceral.
It's so great.
I don't like watching torture, even if it's to someone I hate.
No, okay.
See, thing is,
I don't hate Tomoko.
Okay.
I don't hate her at all.
Yeah, I don't know if
she is delightful.
It's weird, psychological, emotional torture, I can't deal with. I love the Saw franchise, Daniel.
Yeah, I know.
I can watch a person be just completely eviscerated on screen, guts everywhere,
and that affects you less than what Tomoko deals with on a regular basis.
Yeah, I'm just whatevs.
There's the episode where they introduce Yu-chan, and she's back and she's reinvented it. It's oh man, she's so trendy and hot, and what happened? And they eventually kick things off, and it's like how it was in middle school, and they're having fun talking about anime and manga and playing arcade games, and then at the end, when Tomoko is really bummed about how she doesn't have a boyfriend, which was a larger thing for that episode, Yu-chan's oh man, thanks for cheering me up, Tomoko. Me and my boyfriend got in a fight and just, we couldn't deal with each other, and now I'm seeing that it really was not that important. Thanks for cheering me up. And then Tomoko just can't fucking deal with that, because Yu-chan was her respite from fucking not having a boyfriend. So hearing that she was used to get over some fucking quibble, she just immediately just tones out, starts listening to, I shit you not, an MP3 of a yandere boy calling her a piece of shit, because she's into that. Really hardcore.
Yeah, she's into really self-deprecating
sexual stuff. No, she's
slut shaming and
and punishment and
yeah,
and so she just pops in her earphones and starts listening to that and can't even hear you.
Sal, I'll never let you go.
Yeah, exactly.
You're mine forever, you dirty whore.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I laughed so hard at all of that. It's so incredibly hilarious. She's got head problems. But how was it venturing past episode 3, Jay?
Okay. Going through it, let's see. I kept having this thing of this
this finger on the stop button.
It was a roller coaster of oh
I still think
yeah.
What?
For me, the worst one was Key, which is her
cousin.
Her cousin.
Yeah, which is episode 7 or so.
Stuff that happened.
Now, why?
I don't want to.
You don't want to spoil it,
but it is awful.
Basically,
what made me stop reading the manga, and
Oh man, I'm just gonna summarize in that you see someone who has a child that idolizes them, and you get to experience the moment when a kid no longer sees the perfect person that they thought someone was and has like the curtains pulled back and sees the terrible, flawed shitlord that they are. The light just drains from their eyes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's fucking. Oh,
Daniel,
there's
you're
a
a
reason.
fucking sadist.
No, there's a reason
no.
this is the first anime I've wanted to own in a really long time. It's hilarious. Like when Jay's talking about this roller coaster, ha ha. Oh no, for me it's because it's amazing. Because at the end of the episode where she's talking about like I want to kill someone for stealing umbrellas. She takes an umbrella that she doesn't know is hers or was given to her. She just takes it. It's like, you're a hypocritical shitlord.
Yeah.
You're just a terrible person. And you going through this is great because eventually, hopefully, someday you will stop being as terrible as you are. Because children are inherently terrible beings.
Okay, I will say though, the scene you're talking about, that episode but because by this point in the series, I had started to become desensitized.
Well, you mean the Kichan thing or the
Yeah.
umbrella thing? Okay,
Kichan.
okay, so the cousin, yeah.
Yeah, so like with the whole thing with Kichan, like, you know, and you see just the light fade in her eyes.
Literally.
Just yeah.
It's
like,
incredible.
The disillusion fades away, and she sees the world for what it really is, and her idol for what she really is, and it's just like I was just like, wow, that's like that I enjoyed. I honestly did. And by that point, like I was just like, you know, fuck Tomoko, man. She's a bitch. She's a terrible person. You know, she's constantly referring to her best friend as a slut.
Yeah, that like inarguably makes her bad.
Yeah,
Like to refer to your friends as sluts.
yeah. Only on the ground that your friend has a significant other, and
Right.
you don't, and that's your
Right.
only thing. Like the fact that like if you had the opportunity, you would be getting filled out like a fucking application.
Yes.
But your friend, who you don't even know the sexual history of, you just know she has a boyfriend, her very first one, and you're calling her a slut. Good goddamn, she is such a horrible person. She has like the worst elements of humanity, and I wonder if people like like they defend her and like have this whole waifu complex with this character.
Oh no, I know people. I've talked to people in person who think she's perfect waifu material. And I'm like, yes, you. I knew you existed. I watched this anime and knew from the Nendroids and all the other stuff that you associated perfectly with this character.
See, the thing is though, at the point where you say Tomoko Kuroki is a perfect waifu or a perfect waifu material, that says a lot about you and how fucked up of a human being you are.
Yes.
Because you're basically saying that you condone this character's actions and that you are just as bad as them.
Yep.
That you consider everything she does is
I
completely
consider this
condonable.
the perfect fishing net. You just throw it out and it's like, oh, look what I pulled in, a bunch of shitlords. I love it. I love that worked because I always theorized it would, and it did.
The fact that people call Tomoko their waifu, man,
Like-
it's like, I mean, like,
Getting over the fact she's
people
15.
Yeah, there's that too. But I mean, like,
What
people-
anime characters aren't?
Fucking anime.
Well, yeah, it's just and people
Jay's
give
like-
me shit for being like, you like Chi-Chi? I'm like, yeah, Chi-Chi's awesome. She's a good mother. She's a good wife. She's, she can cook. She cleans.
She by no means is the terrible person that Kuroki is.
Yes.
Well, not many people are in that running, I don't think.
No,
Hitler.
you look at I mean, that's the thing. Like, I immediately, she may be the worst person in anime. And then Bob's like, and then I'm like, she's worse than Light. And then us watching it
I
became
don't-
my case for...
I still don't see that. Like, that
okay,
Light
Okay,
is-
here's my conversation every time. If she had the power to kill by writing,
but
she would use it for way worse things.
Yeah, that's the
Instantly.
thing.
Right off the bat.
I think that she would probably sober up from that power pretty quick. Whereas Light just...
Really?
I don't...
You don't think
she's
so? Just
At
the
what
ball.
point?
I think that
At what
she's-
point in this whole anime did you see her see the light on anything?
I mean, the moment where she has like opportunities to like do good things, like come clean to her cousin and whatnot, and about no, she just
Doubles down.
Yeah, she
Every
doubles
time.
down on her
Every
bullshit
time.
web of lies. She fucking did magic
Yeah, that... Ugh.
against kids.
Uh-huh.
As a guy as a grown ass person who went to fucking, or as a high schooler that went to fucking Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments against kids, I never once cheated against those fuckers, and they kicked my ass.
Yeah.
Fucking Asians. Why? It's true. You know them. You lose them at DDR.
I do know that I lost. My first experience with the rhythm game was playing DDR against a 7-year-old girl, Asian chick, and getting trounced.
Yeah.
Like $1 straight. It's pretty great. Perfect waifu material. Fucking
But yeah,
assholes.
but the thing is,
Wow.
though, from Light's perspective, though, because like from Tomoko's thing, like, you know, it's all about her. It's all internal shit where it's just like, people don't appreciate me. They all need to die. Blah 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 blah. Like, it's all about like she feels that the world should revolve around her because it doesn't.
Because literally the intro is about that.
Yeah. So
Light actually has a big picture view of the world and how corrupt it is and wants to fix that, and his actions are mostly to maintain his ability to do that and doing that.
yeah.
Only a few, I can't think of one instance in Death Note where he was like, man, I hate this person, fuck you.
Yeah. Never does he use it for his own personal gain.
Except for,
like,
constantly to try and kill policemen and other people who are after him.
Yeah.
Because if they catch him, he can no
Right.
longer do that. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Kuroki would fucking murder half of her schoolmates on day one.
she really would.
She's
Yeah,
a piece of shit.
But I mean, she doesn't have that power. So
Oh, so because she's never been afforded the opportunity, I guess it's completely absolves her of any,
Bob's argument is her kill count is way lower.
basically,
We gave Light a shotgun and
Okay.
her a toothpick, and we went,
Okay,
well, she
look.
killed fewer people.
And we're gonna start basing off of the kill counts. Kenshiro is the worst motherfucker in all of anime.
right, but he.
I mean, he
kills
is a
bad
monster.
Dudes. We have
Light kills
most of-
bad dudes. Light
most of the
kills
people
child
can-
molesters and serial killers.
There are a lot of bad people Light kills. There's also a lot of people who are just happen to be in jail. That
Yeah.
aren't necessarily murder people or do anything that's excessively
but
bad.
everything Light
And-
goes through at the beginning is proved, I believe, before he murders.
Yeah,
And,
like,
but
like,
when,
like,
as
if
we
he
get later
goes-
and later, it's just like, here's a gigantic list of people from a prison. I'm just gonna kill all of them.
That did happen. That
Yes.
was a show of force moment. I
Yeah,
remember
then-
that he did that, yes.
yeah,
And he killed very much good people in the police force.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because
of
it-
that second
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
prime
it's
directive.
just, he feels what he is
I
doing.
mean, if you're implying Kuroki would not
It
do that
is-
exact second prime directive.
No, I'm not.
So you're removing the justice part,
Yes.
and you're just doing the self-sustaining and killing people she doesn't like.
Okay.
She's a worse person. She would definitely,
Light
at that point in her life, because obviously
Right,
maybe
I mean-
eventually she stops being a shitlord.
Yeah,
but-
because Light's whole thing is that it's the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. So if he has to kill a handful of innocent people to protect the world from the really really bad people, because they even proved that the crime rate went significantly down around the world.
Which is what I was gonna say. It actually provably works in Death Note.
Yeah, his statistics proved that within 5 years, the crime rate had dropped significantly because people at this point were so shit-ass terrified to commit crimes.
Meanwhile, you give Kuroki a fucking Death Note, it's like the Batman versus Superman movie, she's Superman. They have statues of her everywhere. She's gonna kill them if they don't. And she's probably gonna write down some really fucked up shit of they ripped their own intestines out and really, really fucked up shit. But in any case, let's get back to talking about Watamote. Because
Well, I thought
the audience will get their own determination of whether or not they agree that Light is a better person than...
I'm trying to think of a worst character in anime.
Oh my god, yeah, no, it's been hard for me. I've been thinking on it for about a year and a half now.
Ritsuko's mom from Ava. She's not a main character, but she did choke a child to death.
Yeah.
All because the child told her what Gendo said
Yep.
behind her back.
Yep.
Just
Uh-huh.
so yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
So yeah, Ritsuko's mom. There you go. Yeah, Ritsuko's mom
Is a candidate. We'll have to have lots of
I was-
polling and debates.
I was gonna say, most of the people that Kami got killed are probably this terrible. I mean, all the villains that they portray is just ridiculously.
Most people in Michael Bay movies are, but
Okay, I'm just gonna say I will never go back to watch a comic I kill to find that out. So
same here.
It's
I saw it. I was at work. I was at work, and like Toonami was on, and I was like, "Oh God, a comic I kills on Toonami." Of course it is.
Of course
of course it is.
But that anime is still terrible.
It's
by the way,
super dark. So it's gonna get the Attack on Titan crowd. That's all the Attack on Titan was. It was just dark. Wasn't anything else.
Yeah, didn't have like great characters or interesting world building or pacing or ideas
or interesting designs. Even nothing. Yeah. None of that. No.
Or animation that was fairly solid.
So about Watamote here.
Yeah.
What I like is how much of a condemnation she is of that specific type of otaku that I feel like if you've been a part of some large social thing that involves anime, or maybe even just gaming, you know that person.
Yeah, she is the awkward, completely socially crippled Aspie
and yet
in those groups.
Completely head up their own ass jerk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Which is a person I've met at least thrice in my life.
Yeah. Hell, I've met the ones you went to school with.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I should have ended it there.
You had the power, Dan.
I did. There were lockers. And I really like that about this character. Like, I know we watched something recently. I don't know if it was for Weeaboots or whatever, but it just, the Jurassic World thing where they have a character who's the hipster that's supposed to be the audience.
Oh, yeah, it's like, yeah.
And
like
it's like this weird condemnation or slattering of the audience. And it's like, but you don't have anything intelligent to say about that. Like, there isn't anything like, oh, yeah, this Jurassic Park t-shirt, it's so vintage. I bought it off of eBay for $100. It's like, yeah, that's a hipster thing to do. You got anything to say with this character, or are you just rolling them out to fill airtime?
I feel like it was really just there to wank off the original, to be like, look, we're going back to basics, but really they weren't.
We have our throwback mechanism character in the form of a hipster.
Yeah.
But it also, like, the way the plot touches and the dialogue touches that character, like, it's clearly like, ew, gross, look at this guy. And everyone around him is just like, God,
garbage.
This asshole. Yeah, like, it's just so, like, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, is the message supposed to be that the original Jurassic Park is overhyped garbage? Because I don't know that makes any sense in this movie, Jurassic World, which is fucking way worse.
Okay, let me just say that.
So what I'm trying to say here is condemnation of the fan base is a beautiful thing, as long as you have a message. End of Ava is a beautiful fucking. You want to see me fucking up my characters, huh? You want to see what the worst case scenario? Fuck you, you pieces of shit. And in 10 years, when I make this again, you'll buy it because you're stupid.
10 years, I need 20.
How do we know Anno isn't Lewis Black? Because you're stupid.
I can see him doing the finger wag and everything.
You stupid retards writing me, telling me I fucked up Ava. You haven't seen me fuck up Ava.
Now he's going to go make Godzilla and make them wait even longer for that last Ava installment.
I know! He fucking hates all of you.
Yeah.
I've never seen a person get so much money from someone and yet hate them so deeply. It's great. But in any case, I feel like that's an enjoyable thing. Like an outright condemnation of a person as long as you have something intelligent to say about it. Mm-hmm. Jurassic World, I felt, did not have anything intelligent to say about that character. And that movie was also terrible as a coincidence. Watamote, there is something to say about this character. I feel like there's a point to her of like the fact that she's different. Like Kuroki doesn't want to be as different as she is. Tomoko just likes what she likes, and when other people don't like that thing as well and do not care for her because of that, it just is the feedback loop. Like, and she's now at high school age super insanely awkward. And because of the fact she's so isolated, she's a fucking sociopath. You can see how her friend and her brother were both very much like, oh, we like her and we look up to her or whatever. And then they just did better. But she doesn't.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, especially like when they go back and like show like the brother as like a little kid.
Yeah.
Being like idolizing his older sister, and then you see just now he's grown up to. By the way, like my favorite moments of this entire series.
And that was a foreshadowing of Ki-chan. That was great. That they were just like, some event happened here, and it's like clearly he doesn't care for her anymore. And then like the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Bob's wincing.
Yeah. So like honestly, my favorite scenes in this show are just the interactions between Tomoko and Tomoki.
Yeah.
Because just oh my god, like because they feel like real genuine brother sister moments.
Yes.
Where it's just like the one sibling is just fucking obnoxious, the older one is just or the other one is just like, stop, you're not cool, stop bothering me, go away. Like
I'm here to talk about how great I am. Please stop.
Yeah. Like it is like it is a thing that I think a lot of people can like that's the thing, like this series captures
humans.
Yeah, it captures humanity really at its worst, and I find that fascinating. Even though I was going to
say super accurately, but
super accurately, yeah, it is people, it is humanity, it is the dark grittiness that we all fucking carry with us.
I presume the OVA goes into instrumentality, and how that's going to fix this, but I haven't watched it. I need to.
But yeah, it's just. Oh man,
it's a bit too much for people. In fact, everyone I've ever known hates this anime because they can't stand it. Not because like, oh, it's not funny. It's just at a certain point, it's just, oh, fuck you, anime. Like some people feel bad for her, other people can't stand her. It's somewhere. It's one of those two.
Like I said, like I was able to finally enjoy the humor and stop having the like when I just realized that's how terrible she was, and I was like, I can't feel sympathy for you anymore. You're a cunt. So now I'm just gonna ride this roller coaster and just see where it takes me. Like the one that Bob called the most cringe-inducing. By that point, I stopped giving a fuck. The fact that she was still lying to her goddamn cousin was pissing me off.
Yeah,
and
yeah, she had plenty of opportunities to stop being the worst person possible.
Yeah. Like seriously, it was there. Like if this had been any other character in any other anime, they would have gone through an arc. And I think that's the thing. Like she refuses to develop. She refuses to acknowledge her faults, to take acceptance and blame on, which I guess goes against the title of the series. It's you guys' fault. I'm not popular. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just. Oh my god! Like by that point, I'm just like, okay, fine. This is the character I'm dealing with. I'm just going to turn off that part of my brain that feels emotions
Sympathy.
for people. And I'm just going to watch you fuck up your life.
So this is one of my favorite animes ever. And the reason for that is because of how every person is very well written. The mother, the brother, the middle school friend. Everyone's really realistically written, and they're just people. Like, even the people she reduces to the point, like, it was great because Eric was here for one episode. That's all he could take, and then he bailed.
Of course.
He he was in that group of, that's excruciating and hurts to watch, I have to go.
Yeah, I believe
it. Like, her classmates at times aren't even fully drawn.
Yeah.
They don't have eyes. They're very 2D looking.
I don't think they ever have eyes.
So, actually, occasionally they do.
Weird.
Yeah, it's just when she starts reducing their humanity in her own eyes that they just don't have eyes. They just don't. They are less human.
Yeah, they become
and I really,
teachers.
like Jay or Eric thought that was like, oh man, they didn't feel like animating these guys, and I'm like, oh no, you don't realize this person is a fucking psychopath. This is the visual representation of her doing that mentally, because at those moments, that's when their eyes aren't there, and I really like that about this anime.
Yeah,
what were you gonna say about the teachers, Bob?
The teachers seem to have more like features. Like they aren't as plain slated as everyone else. I guess because she has to interact with them on some level.
I love that moment where she doesn't bring her book. And the teacher comes up, and that dialogue they have where he's like, why didn't you bring your book? And she's like, and he's like, why didn't you borrow it from a friend? And she can't explain, I don't have any friends. So she's just like, he's like, why didn't you ask your neighbor to look at their book? And she's just like, he's like, fine, whatever. Just pull your desk up next to theirs. Like, this anime's really good.
Yeah. Speaking of like the characters being so well written. Okay.
Yes.
Going back to the vacuum scene.
Oh my god.
Okay. So there is a scene.
Should we? Yeah, let's. Okay, so the cousin's about to head over, and the last time she talked to the cousin, she mentioned that a boyfriend she had from middle school that was totally real. She's like, oh man, I lied about getting laid all the time in middle school because she's always been a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And she needs to fabricate. So what is she gonna do? She needs some hickeys.
Yeah. So she puts a vacuum to herself, whatever. Puts all these marks all over her.
Which she thinks looks like hickeys, but look like perfect circles.
Yeah. Her mother walks in and sees her like with all these marks on her. And her mother, like any reasonable human being, just loses her shit.
She's like, why do you do the stupidest shit? Like,
it's like,
why do you do this? We have company heading over. Cover yourself up. You need to deal with it. And then just like, Tomoko just snaps on her. She's like, it's my goddamn room and I'm my own person, so fuck you, I'll do what I want. And her mother just takes a second and just boof! Right across the face.
Yeah, just smacks the shit out of her. Like, you just see this moment of, like, the mother just realizing what her daughter just did, and you just see the hand come up, and then
it cuts away, and you just hear the boom!
Yeah, you hear that smack sound, and it's just like, oh!
Yep. And that's a good feeling moment for me.
Because, God, someone has needed to do that to this girl this entire fucking series.
It's Bob, how do you feel about the series now that you've seen more?
I mean, I don't know. It's the same feelings from the beginning, basically. Just repeated ad nauseum. Man, this is really hard to watch. There's moments. It is funny at moments. I'm not saying it's not.
I was there. You laughed.
Yeah, no. It's just then it'll immediately like, sucker punch.
And as Dan, who already knows what the whole series, because I watched it every day when they were putting up the episodes. Like, I was there. I love this fucking series from the moment I saw the sub. Watching Bob write from the things on screen made an extra layer of enjoyment for me. It was like, look, we put powdered sugar on top of this fucking devil's food cake. It's great. I want to show this to more people. I'm surprised. Has James Cunningham watched all of it?
He and I watched 3 episodes together. James never watches anime without me, pretty much.
Okay. Because I was wondering how a person has.
Oh, he loved it.
Right.
Yeah, James is a sociopath, and he's just like.
His Schadenfreude is his favorite emotion.
It is. Okay.
That should be a sin, and he should be that, and this should be Full Metal.
Yes. He is the Schadenfreude homunculus.
Yes.
Okay, so one thing I really want to bring up, you were talking about like the visuals earlier, and this series is very, very visually striking. It has an excellent direction. It doesn't have a very good budget, but like it stays on model. It uses a lot of tricks to make itself more visually appealing, and you might look at it as like if you know what they're doing, you can tell what they're doing is very cheap.
Yeah.
Even that like CG smoke effect, that looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
Like that works.
Yeah, the weird dissolving effect. Like if you know what they're doing in terms of animation techniques, you realize what they're doing is cost-cutting effects, and it's really cheap stuff, but it's tough to use it in such a way that it's very visually striking and it stands out, and it makes for a more engaging view.
Yeah, it's got good direction. So like that small budget is used in interesting ways.
Yeah.
It's like when they have that dialogue like I was talking about between her and the teacher, they're doing constant like transitions of segmented whose faces it's showing, and like checkerboard and then swipes and then this and then squeezing her down, and all sorts of things throughout the whole series where they do visual effects on her thinking internally and other things.
Yeah.
It's really
and they remake the Death Note scene, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah, no, it was great watching Eric realize that, no, this isn't a little like Death Note. She isn't sort of like Light. This is intentional, and that is the parallel. That was episode 1. Mm-hmm. They need you to know right off the bat, she's a fucking piece of shit. Like,
Yeah.
And it's great, as though the lyrics to the intro couldn't really,
Right. Well, the thing is, I mean, also, I love the... Okay, well, I'll say the top for intro and outro later, but...
Okay, we'll do that. But Bob, yeah, you just... It's really painful to watch.
Right. I mean, it looks nice. I can't recommend it.
Why not?
Just because of it's so painful. I guess to watch the first episode, test the waters, see if it hurts you.
like dip a toe in. How is that?
If that's what you're into, sure, go for it.
That's what you're
If you're into 14-year-old torture girl porn, go right ahead.
I'm not going to say I'm into that. See, another thing here is, it's not necessarily torture because no one's, unlike Saw, no one's doing this to her.
Oh,
she
right,
is causing
but
all
a lot
of
it
this.
is horrible mental problems with herself of just not being able to speak to people at all. Like,
that isn't even the majority of where her agony comes from, though.
not,
I think her, like, my friend's a slut because she has a boyfriend. And various other things, like she needs to be adored to value herself, like that. Those are the mental disorders that cause her agony. And the amount of times that she chooses the worst possible time to swing for the fences, like the voice actor meet.
Oh, man. That was fucking amazing.
I know.
That was great.
I was crying. I was laughing so hard the first time I saw that.
Like the fact that, she gets him to say that, and just, because she's just like...
And the best moment is when it shows the other people line who are already asking him to record a line like, I love you, name. Like, they're okay with doing that. And what she asks the voice actor to record is so beyond the pale that they're just like, holy shit.
I think they were jealous. That is the look of, oh, I didn't know you could get away with that much.
No, because then they would have looked thoughtful. They looked horrified.
They
had horror shading, it even does a don't sound really dark.
Yeah, in fact, I think the English dubbing
they're like, holy shit, what is wrong with this lady?
Yeah.
Because none of what he said made sense. It was 12 different scenarios she combined into one sentence.
It was a lot of, it was somewhere between admiring infatuation.
I'm always here for
shaming.
you piece of shit.
You sow.
Yeah.
You disgust me.
Just kidding. Yeah, no, it's all over the place and it's great.
And then
but yeah, the times she chooses to swing for the fences are just the worst times.
Honestly, I love the follow-up to that, though, where she's using that audio cut together with, her yandere dojin game.
Yeah, she took files from the game he's from, and the audio she recorded on site, and then her webcam's microphone to make her talking to him and him talking back to her a thing. And she's listening to it on her headphones when her mother walks in. And then she realized her headphones are plugged into the microphone, so her mother's now listening to them go back and forth. And she has the worst acting in the world, which is incredible. It really adds to the scene when she's like, you tricked me.
No, I can't. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, that is pretty good. That
was just... And just the mother
the best moment
looking...
in the series.
Yeah, honestly, also, her dad is just a champion because...
Yeah, no.
Like when he walks in...
That was another scene where I just watched Bob writhe and I'm like, yes, my power grows.
Yeah. Like you will know the scene, but he does the thing
he is confronted with the most insanely awkward thing
a father could ever walk into on his own, other than just watching his daughter just getting pounded by some
even then,
dude.
I feel like at some layer is a bit more respectable.
Yeah, because that's a bit more normal. You walk in on your daughter getting fucked or something, it's like,
it's just like, oh man, I knew they were dating, but geez, I didn't need to see that.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
He goes through what he's confronted with like a fucking champion.
Yeah,
he's
I feel like
put her to bed.
That probably isn't the first time even. That's just a normal occurrence for Dad.
You think he took it too well? He's seen this before?
I just feel like he's just a stoic champion among men. like secretly he is Batman on his weekend.
He's just so over this.
If he weren't Japanese, I would say it needs to be playing I'm a Real American. He's such a fucking champion about this. Best character in the show.
Yeah, the parents are fantastic.
Honestly, he has his only scene.
Yeah,
he
has that one goddamn scene because he's a businessman, so he's never at home.
Yeah, he's a Japanese dad.
Yeah, he's like every Japanese father. He works 80 hours a week. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about like the family, like Tomoko and her situation. I want to see a fucking series about Tomoki though.
An interesting thing is they made another series, and it's about Yu-chan, her middle school friend.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't think it's written by the same people though. So I
Right,
don't know.
another one of those scenarios, guys.
Yeah.
Hope everyone's excited.
Oh yay! Like the disappearance of fucking
Nagato Yuki-chan.
Oh, yeah, just the thought
Yeah.
of
Jesus
I'm
Christ!
sure it'll be that tier,
yeah,
which
it's
is
probably is that tier. Of
so
just
we'll have to
terrible.
review that at some point, you guys.
That's not an anime. I don't have to review
They won't
goddamn
do an
thing.
anime. They will not. Okay, I jinxed it. They're going to do it, guys.
I think
Are
I
you
might
saying
have the flu
Weeaboots
that
can't
week.
review manga?
Yes, I'm illiterate.
Then how do you read the subtitles?
I make aggro do it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Something about aggro reading to you what Tomoko is saying is the saddest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's really awkward because he really gets into his performance.
Oh yeah, that's aggro. He's in it to win it. But yeah, let's. So you can't recommend it because it's painful.
Right.
Yeah.
But you said maybe try the first episode.
Yes, definitely. Because, like I said, it's visually
Jay,
striking. It's got good music.
Where do you put your recommendation here?
Okay, are we already at the recommendation?
Let's do that, and then we'll talk about intro and outro because
Okay.
that's how ancillary that
It
stuff
is a fascinating series.
Uh-huh.
It is a very well written series. It is a very well executed series. It really is possibly the most realistic in terms of character representation of as far as humanity goes. I will recommend it
To our audience,
With
right?
to our audience.
Uh-huh.
If you're super autistic and just think that maybe this will be a little too real for you, and this is just like, oh god, this is me on every day of my life, maybe you don't want to watch it. Or maybe you'll sympathize with Tomoko and make her your waifu, which means I hate you.
So here's my recommendation. I recommend this to everyone who watches anime, and this is why. If you don't enjoy it, you deserve to watch the whole thing. I want you to feel that pain. And if you enjoy it, congratulations. Welcome to the club. Let's talk about the intro and outro. Now, I realized, I think when we assigned this last week, that this is the last anime I had seen where I enjoyed the intro and outro. Like both a lot. I enjoy both the intro and the
Lupin the
outro
Third.
quite a lot. The outro was good for that, but I wouldn't say it was like out of 10. I wouldn't give it like a 9.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still like a good outro and a good intro for Lupin. Like I remember,
But like this is the one I've enjoyed both.
Okay.
Yeah,
Actively.
Because yeah, like they're both like get stuck in my head. They're both really good music. The intro perfectly reflects her mental state.
Yeah.
And then the outro is just bubbly and fun, and I like what it does.
But lyrically, it is just as fucked up as the intro.
And something I haven't brought up at all, something I really like about Tomoko, and she does it in the outro too, and it happens in one scene in the intro in the series. She throws up mid-sentence in the outro. In the series, she ate too much before jogging to school and barfs in an alley. And I loved that so much. I'm like, yes, that's awesome. I need more of that in anime.
God, she's just
You got the Blu-rays, but the vomit was still censored. I don't get it.
Well,
I don't need to see the vomit.
also,
Sure you don't, Dan.
Also, let me
I
say,
don't.
can I say this is okay? We'll finish up to talk about the intro and outro.
Okay,
as well.
yeah, sure. The intro is very much this extremist shit, Death Note-esque.
Yeah, it's like-
intro about her perspective and how the world's not just and she needs to become popular and everyone who disagrees should just die.
Yeah. This
It is death metal.
It is the most metal anime intro I have seen, not made by Maximum the Hormone.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and that's why I love it.
Yeah, and then
And it's made specifically for the show.
yeah,
which
it
is always nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is a theme that is made for. It's not just some random pop song that they grabbed off the charts. It's like the studio also like the parent company also owned this record company.
It's not brand synergy.
Yeah.
It is just, this is an awesome as fuck metal theme composed for the show.
Yes, very specifically.
Screamo metal with her screaming a lot of it.
Yeah, and then the outro is also specifically made for the show.
Which is so great. And the intro, real quick, to go over the aesthetic thing of, like, we covered that. Literally, the intro is her chained to a brick wall as crowds walk by. And the brick wall has Mojo branded on it, which stands for unpopular girl. So she's, like, literally in, like... Shackles. Thank you. That's the exact word I was looking for. Shackles attached to this thing, trying to claw to break free from it and murder people for her not being popular.
Yeah.
It is great. I love this intro. I wish you people could get a fucking camera feed of me right now because I'm lighting up in a way that I don't for Weeaboots generally. But, yeah, Bob, did you like the intro?
Yeah, no, the intro is really good. Like, that's the intro and outro are definitely some of my favorite parts of the series because they are just enjoyable on their own.
Yes.
And you don't have the baggage of the series.
Yeah, I love both the intro and the outro. I think they're both fantastic. I love the fact that the outro sometimes changes also.
I think you miss some of them, but sometimes when they integrate the intro into the series is amazing. Like, they do that really well.
Yeah, the last episode does that.
And there's one before that, too. I don't remember.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Well, I'll have to watch it.
But yeah, they do have two extra, I think it's two, extra wholly unique intros for one episode each.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
I think that was, because one of them
wasn't a unique outro, and then maybe...
No, they were both outros, because they both tied, they were both parodies of things.
Yes.
Yeah, let's say, I know there's two, I know I saw two outros that were completely unique. No, three outros. There's three different outros. Like, one of them is, like the epilogue to the, like, her hanging out with Yuchan.
Uh-huh.
Then there was, like, one that was, like, some sort of weird...
I forgot about that.
Like, then there was, like, one that was, like, one weird cutesy thing, and then there was, like, a third one I can't remember.
Yeah, and those were direct parodies, and the Blu-ray actually notes what they're direct parodies of, which helps.
Yeah. Also, but, like, even those random songs that they added in for those outros, I thought they were really good.
Yeah, well produced.
Yeah.
Nice songs.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, like, one was, like, this Yandere Boy, like, rap song that she was, like, was, like, connected to, like, the Yandere Boy album thing that she was listening. So, yeah, that was a really clever use of that. Just, damn it, like, everything, like, it's... This isn't a show I actively enjoy, but I cannot help...
As a critic, I have to say it's good, but as a human being, run away.
Yeah, like I cannot help but respect what it does and the effort and attention and care that was put into crafting this particular piece of work.
Yeah, and as a critic, I insist that everybody try it out, and as a human, I don't have that part anymore, so I enjoyed watching her misery.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, one of the things I liked about this Blu-ray release specifically, since we never get to actually talk about physical release.
I know, fuck. Right. Like, one of the nicest things about reviewing Watamote here is we got to review a dubbed anime.
Yeah.
And it was all looking really nice on Blu-ray.
Yeah, like
God,
you got to see it in 1080p, no stream issues.
This may be my first anime I watched on Blu-ray that wasn't a fucking one of your DBZ things.
I need One Punch Man to get Blu-rays at reasonable prices, because Kill la Kill is
licensed by Viz.
Right, so it should.
Yeah, hey, that Dragon Ball Z render was fucking amazing.
Also, Dragon Ball Z is what? How many years old?
Okay, I think cell animated animes look really good on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know, but Dragon Ball Z doesn't look great.
No, it doesn't, but Funimation puts so much freaking attention into the level sets, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. They did a really good master of a turd.
But yeah, seeing it, like I said, physical release. Also, ADV, I'm sorry, not ADV, Sentai Filmworks, which was formerly ADV. Like, back when they were ADV, they had ADV notes, where they would put up little translation notes.
Yes.
And this is carried over as a trend into Sentai, where, like, when they would do certain obscure references...
And like some not so obscure.
Yeah. Like, it was kind of weird.
Ava references are so obscure, guys.
It's just kind of weird what they
Which, I mean, I loved that they noted that this is shot for shot, frame for frame, her parodying, Oh man, what's the lady that Shinji
Misato.
stays with? Yeah, Misato's
Oh
drinking.
yeah, the glug 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 glug.
Yeah,
Yes.
Tomoko drinks a Coke Zero in the exact manner that Misato drank
Yeah.
beer, and
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you, because I saw that and I went, I know that. What's that from? God damn it!
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I
So the
probably
Blu-ray was worth $22 just to catch
yeah,
all.
like Aggro loved the Whispers of the Heart reference. That
Yes.
whole dream sequence that they did. He's just like, this is like perfect, like shot for shot. This is amazing. The Death Note one. I don't think they actually put a thing for the Death Note one.
No, they didn't.
I'm
Which
assuming,
was funny
yeah.
in its own way that they didn't feel like going, hey guys, it's Death Note.
It's too obvious.
Yeah, I feel
It's almost like they were like, Rasengan, check this out, is from an anime you may not have heard of
Yeah,
called Naruto.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's just like Death Note was so ubiquitous at this point that it's just like, we don't need to tell you this is a fucking Death Note reference. You goddamn know it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the fact that it was 80 notes. We got to watch it in full 1080p or whatever the actual resolution that the anime was made in.
Yeah, I mean,
that they
it
call
looked 1080p.
Yeah.
It really, oh man, nothing.
Yeah, I would say,
Streaming services don't look great compared to Blu-ray on movies.
yeah.
On anime, it is shocking how much it is still the case, if not more so, because Blu-ray is an excessive bit rate for 2D
Oh,
stuff.
yes. Yeah. Most
And
definitely.
it's great. It's glorious. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I missed you.
But yeah, I was gonna
physical
say
media.
it was really nice to have those translation notes. Those were nifty. Also, this had a pretty good dub.
Yeah.
I actually held back on getting this for a while because I was worried about the dub because the clip they uploaded was not exactly ideal. But I feel like the voice actresses are all really good choices.
Yeah. I kind of it took me a little while to get used to Tomoko's voice.
Somebody in this is voiced by Noelle Vermillion's voice actress, right?
That's what it sounds like.
Christina V.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We didn't look it up, so. And she does have a very.
I was gonna say Christina V has been in like a lot of shit. Like she has been rising up the anime ranks in like the last 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
Yep. We can hear it everywhere.
Yeah, she like her and Monica Rial, who Monica Rial plays Tomoko, has also become extremely ubiquitous in the anime dubbing industry.
Get their foot in the door with that Blaze Blue. Okay, Monica Rial probably didn't.
Yeah, no, I don't think she did anything for Blaze Blue, but yeah, like her take on Tomoko at first, I was just like, she doesn't sound like horribly broken and anxiety ridden enough, but like I feel like after a while, it's just kind of like she gets more into the rhythm of it, and I got more used to it. Also, whenever Tomoko is just normally talking to people and she doesn't have a problem and she's monologuing and she's talking to her family or she's talking to her friends or she's being a complete fucking sociopath inside of her head.
That was redundant. Why did you list them both separately? Continue.
But yeah, like during those sequences, well, mostly because her voice is a bit more aggressive when she's being full sociopath.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, just like she nails those. Like the performance. I even switched like, what was it? Like even like when she did like that rhythm game thing. Which honestly, I imagine that'd be like something that you connected with personally.
I have a friend who does translation aiding for some games. I actually watched a live stream of her playing that exact arcade game.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
But yeah,
I was amused by that.
But yeah, like that sequence where she's doing that, she's like all exhausted, she's breathing heavily, she's like, yeah. Like I went back and I checked the Japanese of it because I was just like, I feel like that. I don't feel like that's probably how that performance went. I checked, I was like, no, that was like spot on.
Yeah.
Like she hit the cadence and the pitch perfect for that, and I was just like, good on you, chick. You were apparently a really good casting choice, and the director was really trying with this. You can tell this was a Sentai Filmwork effort where they put in effort. You could tell they knew they had something unique, and they wanted to make sure that they did it justice.
And they were the people who brought over Nozaki-kun, right?
Yes.
And that has a dub as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we just need to stone their building until they or stone all the employees coming out of their building until we get a dub for Shirobako.
Yeah. Also, as far as animes that we reviewed, My Love Story was announced for a dub.
Oh, cool.
By Sentai.
You may know this anime as Ore Monogatari. Hoi.
Wait, isn't that the thing that we reviewed but never went up?
Oh, snap!
Oh shit! We
So
don't-
I played the long con on Jay. We never watched that for Weeaboots. Time to buy it on Blu-ray and review it. Oh my
I forgot that's the one that got lost to the sands of time.
Yep.
So don't go looking, everybody.
Yeah, don't
Don't.
be like, oh, they
I mean,
reviewed
I
my
may have the file and I didn't even go looking.
Yeah, like so now
I
because
went
I said
looking.
that, don't be like, oh, I loved my love story. I wonder what they had to say about it. You'll never find it because
You'll never
Dan
find
fucking lost the file.
Hey, man, you do 20 episodes, one of them's gonna go missing. It's true.
All right, so if we do another 20 episodes, by episode 40, you're gonna lose another one.
No, I'm just saying the first 20.
Oh, okay.
That's how that usually
So,
goes.
you know, the
'Cause
first
we've
20
got-
were your training wheels.
Yeah. We've got the workflow down now.
Okay.
Except for
Ugh.
when I'm sick.
Yeah, and then like
And
we
then
don't.
there's a 2.5 week gap that makes your fan base shit themselves. They're like, oh god, is it gone? We're sorry we didn't get you more views.
Right?
I mean, you should be, but
I find it funny that's like my subs are just like, oh, thank God, there's still more. It's like, no, yeah, Dan was just knocked the fuck out.
yeah. Okay, join us next week for Little Witch Academia and its sequel, The Enchanted Parade. Thanks for listening to this episode of Weeaboots. Go check out our video game coverage over at Gigaboots on YouTube and consider supporting us via Patreon so we can continue making Weeaboots. Jay from HailZeon.com is Hail Zeon on YouTube, and our theme song is Android by Luckhash. You can check out more music from Luckhash at www.luckhash.com. Oh, and if you could, write a review for us on iTunes.